Hello, everyone. Bleeding Blue podcast, episode 10 with you. It's me, Ryan, and as always, the other Ryan. Other Ryan, how's it going?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing
Good.
good.
Good. Yeah, no, we're recording this episode a little bit earlier today, so which will be nice because we can get it out, released it hopefully Tuesday morning when you're listening to this. But yeah, no, it was a good weekend to say the least. Leafs fucking played great. I mean last game, the game they played a couple days ago was really good. But yeah, we'll get into all that stuff though. Let's start it off with a little bit of football talk right here. Last night, my Chiefs, my favorite team now. I'm telling you right now, I'll just start off with a little hot take right here. I love the Chiefs, man. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem, and if it pisses you off too, I I like them. They're good. You can't beat them. Like you just
No,
can't. You just can't. Like why didn't the Bills beat them? Why? Is it because they're a
it's
bad team? No. Why is it?
it's just because Mahomes is kind of in Allen's head. I feel like just has like a something stuck in his
Excuse
head that
train.
he's like he want.
Excuse train. That's what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Mahomes he's just incredible, man. Like I hate to say this, but like no one's gonna be near Brady. I don't think. But like if Mahomes keeps this up, he could be on that path because his stats I saw on Instagram this morning, six six years as a starter, and he has gone to four Super Bowls.
Yeah, this is just showing why he is so fucking good. Like it's not like nobody's saying he's overrated. You get that take every now and
No,
then.
no one. If you say he's overrated, then you don't
You
know
don't watch
anything about
football. Yeah.
football.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Cuz he is insane.
far from that.
And it's ridiculous though. Like there was no chance. So if we go into that Baltimore and Chiefs game, like Baltimore, it just seemed like had no chance from the beginning. Like very quickly, like Kelsey was on his game too. So when you have that mixed
Yeah.
with Mahomes, who's also playing fucking well, they it's almost like because they're not playing at home, maybe there's a little bit of less pressure for them. They're coming into this as the underdogs, whereas Baltimore and Buffalo were all, everyone thought that they were going to beat Kansas City. I feel that's
hmm
what I like. I just,
Yeah, because they had something to prove, right?
yeah,
Mahomes has already done it before. He's already won two Super Bowls, so he didn't have to. If he lost, it's just like, oh, whatever. Obviously, it's not whatever, but like he's done it before, so it's not as much pressure on him and Kelsey.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, but everyone was rooting for Lamar. I feel like he had like definitely more pressure on him to win and go to the Super Bowl. It's also the first Ravens AFC Championship game ever, and they
Yeah,
had all the former Ravens players like Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs and Ed Reed there watching him, and he definitely was. He wanted. You could tell in the fourth quarter when they were down by 10 that he just wanted to chuck the ball down the field.
yeah. He wanted to Hail
Like
Mary.
because I don't know if you know anything about like the Ravens are mainly a run team. Like they're a power run team. Like they run the ball like down your throat. Like they're so good at running the ball. And they just went away from that in the fourth quarter because Lamar just wanted to make the big plays and get points fast. And he knew he was slipping. He thought he was slipping away from him, but it honestly wasn't. Like he was
Yeah,
only down by 10 with a quarter left. He could have easily played the same. They could have easily played the same football, just a little more faster. No huddle. But and it sucks seeing that because Lamar, he has so much potential to like be good in the playoffs, but like he just can't capitalize on the chances. And like you could tell by that interception, like throwing it into triple coverage, that's that you can't do that
yeah.
because then
That
that's going to cost you.
yeah.
That's going to cost you points. And what I was really mad about was Zay Flowers. I don't know if you
No, I
caught the
don't.
game. The receiver who he caught a big catch downfield for a good like 50 yards, and then the guy who tackled him, he basically pushed him down while he was on the ground. He pushed him down again, and then he threw the ball right at him.
Yeah,
And they were at the 10-yard line with first and goal at the 10-yard line, and then he got a 15-yard penalty because of that. And they put him back to because of that taunting penalty, he put him back to the 25-yard line, which
yeah.
cost them a touchdown. I think they got a field goal out of that. But no, I think after that the same receiver caught the ball. He dives for the end zone to break the plane, and the ball comes out, and the Chiefs get a touchback. They turn the ball over. So that's 2 mistakes in the same drive that Flowers made, which cost them the game.
Yeah.
And that was not smart by him. Obviously, he's going to learn from that because you can't be doing that in the playoffs. So
No, he obviously can't. It was I think at that last like there's a couple plays in the fourth quarter, especially where he was, yeah, you're saying he was dove in, didn't catch the ball. And there was already a ton, like it was, I forget who it was on Baltimore. He had basically a touchdown. But it was like right at the end of the lower hand, it says. No, right at right, like, yeah, it was in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you know what play I'm talking about, where Baltimore dove in, almost had a touchdown, but he dropped the ball. He dropped it like right in one of the. It was just
yeah, he caught the ball. He ran a couple yards and dove to try and reach for the goal line, and then he swatted it out.
Yeah. So by
He
then
swatted it out, and then they got a touchback. Yeah, that's
was
what I was
it
talking
was
about.
it was done. It was done after that. That's what I'm saying it was
Mhm.
after that, and then also that interception at the end where
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson trying to go for the Hail Mary. That was the nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah, it's just they had to play smarter football. Like I feel like John Harbaugh, the coach, I feel like he should have, been more disciplined because he's
Yeah.
obviously won a Super Bowl, right? And he's been in AFC Championship games all the time. He's
Yeah.
been in those games for a while. I feel like he should have told Lamar to, settle
Yeah.
down a little bit, and they should have kept their game plan because all throughout the whole year in the regular season, they were just running the ball. Like Lamar was making amazing plays. Obviously, you saw that at the beginning of in the first half when he threw the ball, it was bad in the air, and he caught it himself,
Yeah.
which was ridiculous. That was like one of the craziest plays I've ever seen.
Didn't go anywhere though with it. Like
No, he got like 13 yards, but still, like that's catching your own throw is off a batted ball. Like that,
that's true. Yeah.
those plays are easily intercepted. Like most of the time, it's either incomplete or intercepted. No way the quarterback is catching his own pass. Like that's crazy, especially in a championship game. Like that's crazy. But yeah, like Lamar, he just I don't know, man. He's got to figure out. Obviously, he wasn't too mad at himself. Obviously, he was mad, but like post conference, the game conference, he was like he's like, yeah, we just got to learn from it and move forward.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he wasn't blaming anyone or like blaming the refs because there was a lot of shady calls I felt that weren't getting called on Baltimore. But yeah, like I'm glad he has a good attitude about it and saying, just move from it and hopefully we do better next year. So I like that about Lamar. He's confident in himself that he can play better.
My whole thing with it was there was a lot of like drama early on in the game, like early even before with Mahomes. He's trying to practice, and who is it? Tucker,
The kicker. Yeah, he's because the thing is about that is that this is so weird. I don't know why this is a rule, but the kickers practice on the other side of the field.
Do they? Or
it's weird.
Or was Tucker trying to practice like they were assigned? So like they were assigned to the wrong, like, why?
No, it's that happens every game.
It does.
I don't know why. I don't know why it happens, but so for example, the Baltimore kicker Tucker, he practices on the Kansas City side of the field kicking, which makes I don't understand how that works. And then the Kansas City kicker, he's on the other side of the field. I don't know why that's a thing, but like in the thing that Tucker was trying to say to him or Mahomes and Kelsey was that this is where I'm supposed to practice. Like, why are you kicking away my shit when I'm supposed to be here? Like he's not saying like it's not like he just wants to practice there in front of them. Like that's where he's supposed to be. So I don't understand why Mahomes and Kelsey were bitching about it, but
well, it's also like you have to consider the fact that both people, they know they need to get their practice in. Like I don't care. Like if you were in that situation and you have to be in that position, Tucker, he's gonna be like, I don't care. I'm the kicker, an important job. I need to be able to be ready and be able to get my practice or whatever. Line up where I need to line up. Mahomes the same way though. He also has to be prepared as well. So I don't know what they're trying to do there with the kicker, like going to that side, like having him on that side. It makes no sense. Are you
Yeah,
sure
I don't understand the rule
that
either. I
happens
don't
every
know.
game though? That happens
I
every
think yeah, I think so because like he was saying I remember he's basically yelled out to Mahomes. He's like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to be here."
Hmm.
It's not like I'm like choosing to practice on your side of the field. Like I'm supposed to be here. I don't know why that's a thing with the NFL, but it's like that's like having Samsonov practice against the Canadians, like stretching on the other side of the ice. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of stupid, right?
No, it
So
is.
I don't really understand. I don't really understand that rule, but
Yeah, no, it was weird. I was definitely confused, and that started already a ton of drama between teams. And you see, like Kelsey's getting into it with a bunch of their other like defense. He's getting butted, like
yeah, Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, dude, Kelsey was bitching the whole game, man. He was getting like, I think he was trying to get in their heads, obviously, because
it worked.
yeah, it clearly worked because he was getting calls against him because he was talking shit and like one of the guys, I think Roquan Smith, he butted his head and he got a personal foul on that call. So obviously he meant to do that, like get in their heads and stuff, but. It's just so annoying that Kelsey didn't get any calls for taunting.
But was he
And
though? Like, was he really though? Like, I was watching the game.
I
He's
know, but
more just like
like
it's not like standing over top of a guy's head and spinning a ball, which is like so
well
stupid.
that was clear. That was
Yeah,
clearly a
and then
taunting
butting,
penalty.
he's not touching people. Like obviously you can taunt. Like that happens so much in the NFL, and there has happened so often where you don't get a call for it. Like obviously, yeah, he's trying to get into their heads, but like I didn't notice anything that was like should have gotten a call there, unless you did. Like
I
unless
know,
you
but
watched it.
he was doing it the whole game. Like that same type of like talking shit and like getting their face. Like he has to get called once at least.
Mhm.
Right?
They're
Like it's like
yeah.
he's doing it the whole game, at least one call. Like it's kind of annoying that they get a call that the Ravens get called, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
It kind of is weird to me. But
Are
moving
you
on.
talking about like during celebrations though, or are you talking about like
No. Celebrations is fine, but
mhm.
like I feel like after the play is over, like completely over, and he's just like getting in someone's face for no reason, like extra like excessive pushing. Like it's kind of stupid
Yeah.
that
No,
he
the
doesn't
whole
get called, but the other team gets called.
yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can go into the Detroit Lions game and the 49ers game.
Hmm.
That was another great game too. I
Yeah,
didn't watch much of it, but I was keeping an update and watching the highlights and was seeing like second quarter or yeah, by the halftime, it was a what, like a 27-10 lead or something
it was
like that.
24. It's 24-7 at
20
halftime.
yeah, 24/7, and that was for the Detroit Lions, and I was like, "Oh, wow, like, good for them, man." I mean, even though
Yeah,
I picked 49ers, but both of my picks hit, though, so I'm
yeah.
very happy about that, yeah. I mean, not that it means anything, but, no, I was I was surprised, though, like, I totally thought the Lions were gonna win, yesterday.
Yeah, because their run game was amazing.
Mhm.
Like they were like Montgomery and Gibbs, they were like running through the Niners defense, which rarely happens against them because their D line and linebackers are insane. Usually when the Niners are getting played against, they're like the other offense is passing the ball more.
Yeah.
But the Lions were just running it the whole time. Like the first quarter, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like Jamison Williams did like they had an end around play running. He had like a 30-yard run.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit, there's no way this is gonna happen, right? It was pretty crazy.
Mhm.
So I was expecting, the Lions to be, keep running the ball, be consistent. Uh, but obviously the Niners made adjustments at half, and Purdy Purdy played amazing.
Yeah,
He
no,
played
he
pretty
did. Second
well.
half, he played incredible. First half, he was fucking shitting the
A
bed.
little, yeah, a little shaky.
But there was the coach of the Detroit Lions, they were pissed off. I kept saying that they tried going for the touchdown rather than going for the field goal at the end of the game where they could have tied it. And then
Yeah, yeah, go,
got
yeah.
blown out.
Yeah, because that's what he's known for, right? He doesn't like being conservative. He likes to, if it's like a
He
fourth
wants
and
to get the
three, fourth
he
and
wants
he
to win.
wants to, yeah, he wants to keep going, right? Because like they
Mhm.
have the momentum, like he wants them to keep moving. But yeah, like especially in those situations, like it was like 7 minutes left. They were down by 3, and it was 27-24. It was like fourth and 3. They were on the 30-yard line. They could
Yeah.
have easily kicked a field goal because Badgley's solid, right? That was like what, a 47, 48-yard field goal. He could have easily kicked that through. But obviously, Dan Campbell feels confident in his team that they can make a fourth and 3. I was surprised that he passed the ball. I thought they'd run make a running play because the earlier in that drive it was like 3rd and 12, and they ran the ball on 3rd and 12, which
Oh,
is crazy, and
yeah.
they converted it on 3rd and 12. So I was surprised that they passed the ball and not run it with like Montgomery and just push them through. But yeah, like in those situations, like you gotta kick field goals and get points
Yeah.
because
I don't know.
you never know what could happen, right?
Yeah.
In those situations.
It's weird though. It was definitely weird. I mean, yeah, like I was surprised to see that game. Brock Purdy had a great game, and I'm curious to know for you though, how do you think so I guess we can make our little predictions. Like how do you think Super Bowl is going to go, cuz it's 49ers, the two teams that nobody wanted to see in the Super Bowl. Like
No,
everyone,
no,
yeah.
the Super Bowl matchup shit.
You think
It
so?
already happened. It happened 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and it was a decent game, decent Super Bowl, but like no one wants to see Mahomes and the 49ers. They've already won Super Bowls recently.
I wanna
Or
see
like not, well,
Mahomes.
actually no, the Niners haven't won recently, but like no one, like Mahomes has already been there 4 times. This is his fourth time going.
Yeah.
Like the Niners went a couple years ago. Like we want new teams, right? This is obviously not in the NFL script. Like no one. Obviously, the Chiefs and Niners were like one of the front runners to get there, but like no one wanted to see
Hey, these are good teams, man. These are
Chiefs
good
Niners.
teams though.
They
Like
are good teams, but I
they
just
deserve to
no
be
one
there.
wanted no
Yeah.
one no one wanted to see this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who do you think's going to win then? Who's your pick?
I feel like it's too early to tell.
Too early, really?
Yeah, because the
Hey,
game just ended yesterday. I kind of want to think about it a little bit more, but I'll give my early predictions for now. Maybe it might change next week, but I think the Chiefs will win.
yeah.
Simple as that. I think they'll Mahomes. I don't think I'll ever bet against Mahomes again. It's
Yeah,
going to
but
be
then
kind
you're
of
going to
like
bet
Brady.
against
It's
them
good.
and then fucking he's going to
No.
worst team.
I think my mind might change, but for now, I think Mahomes is just he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like he's just he consistently, like when it's like 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, he'll just run the ball himself and get the first down off some bullshit. Like the O line is consistently good. No one talks about their O line, but the O line is fucking amazing. He's only gotten sacked twice this postseason against the Bills defense, Ravens defense, a Miami defense who's solid as well. Like the O line is incredible. Kelsey is playing his best games of the season. Pacheco's incredible, the running back. Yeah, they're the defense, like the cornerbacks, like L'Jarius Sneed, Justin Reed, they're all good.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be tough to beat them. Obviously, the Niners have a solid team, but I don't think anyone's beating Kansas City.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well. My Chiefs. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going with them, man. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty funny though. People hate the Chiefs, man, and they all of a sudden started hating them way more. Why is that? Like, why do people?
Well, come on, you should know this by now.
Why?
We've only talked about it like the past 5 weeks with fucking Taylor Swift up in the booth. That's definitely a main reason.
Why do people hate Taylor Swift? Why do?
It's not that they hate her. It's the fact that that she is being shown more than like, NFL legends. She's not even related to football like in
She is
any
related to
way.
football.
How though?
She's dating
Just
the
because
greatest.
she's a girl, yeah, because
She's
yeah.
dating the greatest tight end, and she's the most famous person in North America. So that's the reason why she's being shown so much. People need to fucking relax about that. That's the whole thing. Is like people. Why
I've
is it
kind of,
rubbing off so much?
I've kind of slowed down a little bit from it. Like, if I see it, it's just whatever. No, but I used to hate it.
This much. Why did it piss you off so much though? It makes no
It's
sense.
just because she's not like directly related to, just because she's dating some guy. Like you could have that's like showing Christian McCaffrey's girlfriend after he got 2 touchdowns yesterday.
Is
she
Christian
wasn't shown
McCaffrey's
once.
Girlfriend Taylor Swift though? No.
No, but she's better looking than Taylor Swift.
That's all I'm going to say. Do with it though. Yeah, Taylor Swift is the most famous person in North America.
It just doesn't,
and she's popularized the sport like crazy ever since.
Of course, but like I don't understand why. Like immediately after Kelsey got the touchdown, oh yep, show Taylor Swift. Make sure you have her on the screen. It's just it's show it during intermission or something. I think she was shown on the screen 5 times, maybe even more than that.
Two. I counted 2 yesterday. It was after his first touchdown, and then after the catch where he went like that, like the crazy catch.
Okay, but after the game, it was just all about.
She's dating him, of course. Anybody who's gonna be down there anybody who's dating Travis Kelce is gonna be down there and being.
And then they show Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs, some of the best defensive players of all time. Definitely the best defensive players for the Ravens once, and they got honored at halftime. It's just sad, man. It's sad. I get what the NFL is trying to do when it comes to, marketing them. Oh, more people are going to watch it if they show her, but it's just she's not related to football at all.
People are getting pissed off. Like, why aren't people getting pissed off when they show Eminem? Like when they show him like a bunch of times over there.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Like that's the thing.
I don't want to see Eminem either. I don't want to see him while watching a football game. I want to watch football and football related things. Yes, if I want to watch a concert, yes, I want to see Eminem. Yes, I want to see Taylor Swift. Not fucking Patrick Mahomes in the audience. Like it's like watching a concert at home, like a live concert, like on a live stream, and then halfway through a song they show fucking Travis Kelce. Out of Taylor Swift, like we don't give a shit. We don't. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, right? If you're a Taylor Swift fan and she's doing her concert, and then the video board, if you're far away, and then just for a couple seconds cuts to Travis Kelce dancing in the audience.
I think people
would you not be mad?
Travis Kelce.
Would you not be mad?
I wouldn't be mad. No, because she's dating him, and Travis Kelce's the best tight end.
I would be mad.
It's for 2 seconds. It's literally 2 seconds. They pan to Taylor Swift, they pan back, and that's it. And then everyone goes apeshit. Even Taylor Swift is like, she doesn't care. I think.
Of course she loves it. I know she does care. Of course she cares. It's better for her. It's better for her publicity. Of course she gives a shit.
I don't think she cares that much. I think it's more of I think people just overreact over the whole thing. I think it's ridiculous. She's like, she's earned it, man. Like that's the thing. I think I
like her music. I like her music. I'm not dissing her. I'm just saying in general, I don't want to see another person that's not related to football on my screen while I'm watching a football game. That's for anything in general.
Really?
That's for anything. Like for example, when the Leafs are playing, they show Justin Bieber. I don't want to see his ass on the fucking screen. I don't want to see him.
But
I want to watch the game.
It's like because I keep seeing tweets. I see people on Twitter that are getting like just tweeting out nonsense, saying like obviously you go on Twitter, you're gonna see nonsense like crazy. But it was just like I was just like so like confused why people stop showing Taylor Swift. Like, oh my God, if you really don't want to see her, turn your head away and don't look at her. If it's making you that mad, if it's really making you that mad,
that's true.
It shouldn't. And which it shouldn't. It should not make people this mad and this have to go out and tweet and get pissed off.
Right. I wouldn't go to those extremes.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, why is she shown? Right. Obviously, last week when the Bills lost, I was obviously pissed off when they were showing her because my team was losing and I was fucking pissed off. Right.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not making TikTok edits of like Lamar save us from a Taylor Swift Super Bowl. No, it's not that serious. No.
Yeah, because obviously people people can make jokes about it like that way, but that was the thing. I was just like, oh my God, I can't. It's like it was funny at the beginning when people were getting really pissed off, but like to still get mad at it, like they barely show her now. Like it was at the beginning, it was a lot, but that's
Yeah.
because she was Taylor Swift, and it like made all of a sudden like football just like ratings just went up like crazy because of
Right.
that,
Right.
which is a good thing. And like there should be more, and that means not only that, but more women are watching the sport too because they're fans of Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden, oh, football is a fun sport to watch, and they realize
Mhm.
that, which is great for the game, I think. And then that's
Of
what
course. Of
and
course.
then there's like those sexist assholes or who come in and are just like, no, I can't
Yeah.
stand that, and things like that, which is terrible. And then so that's like, and that was what I was seeing. That's what I was seeing. And I
Right.
guess
Right.
that's the
No,
point
I see
I'm
that
trying to
too. But
make.
like,
Like,
I'm not that like mad at it. Like,
no, yeah,
it just disappoints me that like, not disappoints me, but it just like it's a little irritating seeing stuff that's like people that aren't directly related to football or like anything. Like this
that's gonna
relates to
happen with any
anything.
sport. That's gonna happen with any sport. Any famous person
Right.
at a game. LA Dodgers. They constantly are showing like Bryan Cranston. I want to see Bryan Cranston if he's at a. Which when I was in LA, I saw Bryan Cranston. He was at the baseball game. I was like,
Right.
that's cool as fuck. Geddy Lee. He was at the Jays game. You can't tell me you don't want to
Right.
see Geddy Lee at a Jays game. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but those guys, they've been fans for those teams for a while. She's just hopping on the bandwagon because she's the
Uh,
dating one of
no,
the players. She's been a fan for
he's in
what?
love, man.
4 months?
Yeah. I mean,
They've been fans for life. Geddy Lee and Bryan Cranston. They're not hopping on the bandwagon.
that's fair. I mean, it seems like she's enjoying it though. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know.
of
I'm
course
not
she
there.
is.
I'm
They're
not
winning.
there.
They're winning games, right?
I'm not there. Yeah, so I don't know what she's thinking, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on to
Yeah.
something not Taylor Swift. Let's move on to some hockey. Let's move on. Talk about the first game against Winnipeg. And it's a weird fucking game. It was a weird
It
game.
was. It
One
was a weird
nothing
game.
win. I mean, all you can do is just props to Samsonov.
Yeah,
Finally,
I give props to him coming back from whatever problems he was having. I think it was a month ago. Yeah, he played sensational
yeah,
uh on Wednesday and Saturday too, but we'll talk about that later. But they were the Leafs had a lot of chances. I can't remember what the shots were like in that game, but it was definitely like the Leafs had a lot of power. I think they had 5 power plays. Like
yeah,
they had a
no,
lot of chances to score. Like I think Brossois was playing for the Jets that game.
yeah.
I don't think it was
Yeah, it
Hellebuck.
was. You're right. You're right. Yep. It was
Yeah,
Brossoit.
Brossois was playing well as well. I got to give him props to him because he only let in 1 goal and it was kind of like a tap in
Yeah,
front of
no,
the net. Like
it was in a
it was
great
kind
goal.
of a
I think
shitty goal. But yeah, they both goalies played well. Both defenses played well.
it was in
Um,
overtime too.
that's a rarity for a 1-0 game between those two teams.
Yeah, no.
Both offensive heavy. They both score a lot of goals. Yeah, I thought it was a solid game.
Yeah, no.
Definitely a different type of Leaf game that I've seen in a while.
You know what? I love watching those games though, especially two
Mhm.
Canadian teams. I love watching like Leafs playing a team like Winnipeg Jets, and you love to see both of them just be good teams though too. Like I think that's a good
Oh
thing,
yeah.
especially Winnipeg though.
When
And
Canadian, I said this last week. When Canadian teams are playing well, that's when the league's at its best.
yeah, and I think if I weren't a Leafs fan, I'd probably be a Jets fan. Like I think they're a
Yeah,
good fun team to root for. One of the greatest logos in like
yeah, sweet,
in
yeah.
the NHL, which I think
Mhm.
is super cool. And it's
I
like,
like the old logo better though. The
oh,
classic Winnipeg
I
Jets
know
with
what
the
you're talking
stick.
about. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Mhm.
But yeah, the new one's nice too.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Kind of an homage to the Air Force back
Mhm.
in the like during the World Wars the Canadian Air Force, which is pretty neat. But yeah, no, it's it was a weird game. That that one which I was pretty laughing pretty hard at was when on the 2-on-0 on Samsonov,
Oh god.
which was ridiculous because Matthew's trying to get off the ice. It's when they're it's shorthanded. The Jets are shorthanded, and Matthew's trying to get off the ice. He somehow gets to the two players. They get a 2-on-0. can't fucking get it in, which is embarrassing. I don't know how you couldn't
There
score.
shouldn't even be a 2-on-0 on a power play.
Yeah, I
How are
know.
you letting that happen? The
Miscommunication.
power
You
play
saw
was
it.
brutal that day. I think they were 0 for 5 on the power play that game.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
they
it was
would.
bad.
Yes.
They had chances to score. They had so many chances to score, and they fucked up every time.
You saw Samsonov, or you saw like Sheldon Keefe after that was just absolutely flaming.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he was. Yeah, my buddy was telling me he said that Keefe benched Matthews, Marner, and Nylander for 7 minutes in the second period. Apparently,
He benched them?
yeah, that's what he told me. Like he said he didn't see him, and
Actually, I did
I
see
was trying
that.
to think. I was trying to think about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember seeing them on the ice in the second period.
If I look at yeah, no, that's crazy. That's wild. Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know why
Yeah,
yeah.
Leafs had 30 shots. Winnipeg had 32. The Leafs were 0 for 5 on the power play. The Jets were 0 for 2. Leafs had 17 giveaways.
That's terrible.
17 giveaways.
That is a game you
Can
should
you
not be
believe
winning.
that?
Yeah.
That is nuts. That is nuts.
How do you
Why
win?
that should not be happening. Not be happening at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first period we got outshot 16-4.
My
If
God.
that's an indication. Yeah, that first period was not. I remember that first period was not fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Jesse Pollock was fucking pissed after that
Oh,
one.
I love seeing him pissed off,
Yeah,
man.
even in the second game
He's one
too.
of the best people when you see him pissed off. Him and Frank, when they're pissed off, Frank the
I mean,
Tank.
yeah. But
When
I
they're
like
both
those.
pissed off, it's great.
I like Jesse Pollock. He's funny though too.
Oh yeah.
I have no problem, but it is funny to see him because he's a big Jets fan. But it was great to beat a good team though, like Winnipeg, and especially
Mm-hmm.
game 2 was great though too. That was so in my opinion, I think that game was the game where it's like, okay, I think the Leafs are back now. Like I think that was a really, really solid game in terms of just offensive production, defensive production as well. And then also
Mm-hmm.
players that don't usually score get some goals. So
Yes.
you got you got Ryan Reeves with the greatest tap in of all time in that
Dude,
game.
the guy hasn't played in 19 games. Basically, his first shift on the ice. Scores one of the best goals of the season that we've scored. Like, what the fuck? Out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, no, I
Crazy,
was like,
bro.
and he's loving it too.
Ridiculous.
He's full on. Like Matthews, when those guys score goals, they don't go ape shit. But like Reeves
Right.
was like was fucking balling, man. Like he was happy.
I
And
think he was ready for that game to come back. He was frustrated. He's like, I want to play. And then I think Yarncroke was day to day because he had he's
injured right
sore.
now.
Yeah, he's injured. So he's like, that was his chance to come on and say, you know what, I want my spot.
Mm-hmm.
I want my spot on the fourth line. I want to play. And obviously he showed it, man.
Yeah.
I've obviously criticized Reeves at the beginning of the season. I'm like, this guy needs to step it up a little bit. You know, we brought him in for toughness, and this guy's scored an absolute beauty.
Yeah, no.
And Tavares, who's struggled
He has
in the last few games.
10
He
last 10 games
scores finally.
40
Another
goals,
nice
yeah.
tip in, a great tip in goal as well, which was nice to see him score. He obviously had the monkey on his back, so it was good to get that off. Matthews, absolute clapper for 40 goals, which I still can't believe. I was talking about this earlier. 40 goals. I can't remember the last person who scored 40 goals before the All-Star break.
It's
Like
got
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, that is
40 goals in 46 games. Like that's awesome.
It's a great stat.
That's a rarity. Benoit scored his first this season, which was nice to see.
Yeah, no, it was
Late in the game to seal it.
Good for him. And yeah, no, it was a great game. You know, I was watching it today. I was watching the highlights today as well, and I was seeing that no, there's lots more shots on net, lots more great opportunities. Being the team that they're supposed to be, which is have a ton of power play. Get in great positions to be on the power play goal. Like Matthews' goal was a 5-on-3. It's being in those positions because that's what they're so good at doing. And if they can be in those consistent positions to take the penalty or get or not get penalties, but take penalties and have the team be shorthanded and score goals and take that advantage, because that's when this team's unstoppable, is when they're able to do that. And that's like when they have such a big advantage, is because you put that insane line out there, that the fucking, what is it, the $40 million line or something like that.
Yeah, that's why I like to say the $40 million line. It's
Yeah.
obviously more than that
Yeah, it's
because
more than
Riley's
that.
on there, but I just account for the big four. But
Yeah. And so that's the thing, like, about this team, is what they need to, what they're really good at. And yeah, no, I was liking that game. I was happy with that game. And then the next game, though, they got upcoming is they are facing the Islanders again.
fuck.
Okay.
But they're at home this time though. They're not fucking there, so it's could be different. But
Can
yeah,
I
I
say
just
something about
wanted.
the Islanders? Can I say something
Yeah,
about the
of course. Go
Islanders?
ahead.
Those fucking piece of shit fans need to
Yeah,
grow the fuck up. Holy
yeah,
shit, man. They need
yeah.
to grow the fuck up. All I see every time is they constantly are fucking booing that man, John Tavares. Sorry he didn't want to be on your fucking cat shit team. Like, holy fuck, man. It pisses me off so much every time it happens. I don't know if it's a home or away game, but if it's away, like, I'll be fucking.
I think it's home. I think it's a home game.
Fuck up. Sorry, like, I
Yeah.
can't. They can't get over it. It happened like what, like 5 years ago, where he left your team. Sorry, you couldn't get any prospects out of him or something like that. Like, that's what they're hoping for. Like, leave it alone. Holy shit. And it's ridiculous. If that's the reason why they're getting so mad, it's they've got something wrong in their brains, man.
Yeah.
There's something fucked up there. But there's something in the New York Islanders water. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they probably
Goddamn
still all
Islanders,
shower
man.
with their moms. They sit down when they pee. They're a bunch of
100%.
fucking losers. So
Just New York in general.
no, not
Yankees
all of New York.
fans, Mets fans.
I like the Rangers. I like the Mets. I like Frank the Tank, but not it's the Islanders though. Yeah, no, that's that just pisses me off. But
Yeah.
hopefully we beat them. And
Yeah, I just wanted
hopefully,
to touch up on I was
yeah,
talking about the stats in the first Jets game. In the
yeah,
second game, we were 2 for 3 on the power play, which is definitely an improvement. I feel like Keith in the practice after the 1-0 game, he's like, yeah, we need to focus on the power play. So I feel like they definitely practiced that 2 for 3 on the power play. Only 8 giveaways, which is an improvement off of what 17 it was the other game. Yeah, definitely a better game. 100%.
Samsonov was good that game too. Samsonov was.
Oh yeah, solid. Yeah, you gave
for
up
him,
what? The
man.
last goal was like with 12 seconds left.
Yeah, I know. Was it? It was. Did they have an empty net, or was it?
No, it was just like they had I think the net was empty. They had empty net and they just fucking scored. It didn't matter.
Or they had an extra man on the ice. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
Did they?
But
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. But anyway,
definitely a better
no,
performance.
it was great to see Samsonov. So, who are you doing player of the week then?
Player of the week, I just did. This is kind of stupid, but I just did the decor.
Decor, okay.
Just defense in general. Only letting in 2 goals.
I'm gonna
is pretty rare for the Leafs. So I would just give it to the defenseman.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I'm gonna do my boy another Ryan cubed right here is Ryan Reeves, man. Good for him getting a goal, you know. I mean, if that's the production that we're getting out of him scoring, then boy, are we in for something else. We got him for a reason, to be a player that's going to be that big guy that's going to help us, you know, is going to help us, especially in the playoffs. That's kind of his whole reason, is going in. And what I mean that is in the making sure those little guys like Marner and Nylander aren't getting their ass whooped and, you know, getting destroyed and injured and everything like that. Cause that was the issue with last year, is like they don't have that almost enforcer, you know? So I think if he can continue to play that role, he's getting into scruffs. Like I love when the team's, you know, dirty like that, like plays not dirty, but you know, is defensive and or offensive in the sense in a fighting way, you know. So good for Reeves though. I'm happy to see him score. He's been injured for a while. It's gotta suck. So I'm gonna give him a little nice player of the week. He can take his send him an envelope with the shoeless Joes, where he can take that and that'll be his MVP award, and he can go and get some free wings, 2 for 1.
Nice.
There you go.
Get a couple beers.
Yeah.
after the game.
No beers. Maybe a chocolate milk, and that's what I think.
The chocolate milk.
Yeah, it's always the
chocolate
best.
milk with your buffalo wings. Yeah, there you go.
No, love it. No, honey garlic. That guy, Buffalo's too spicy for him for sure. He's getting honey garlic, and he's not even getting wings. He's getting the
Oh, I feel like he's a lemon
boneless.
pepper.
No, he's a boneless wing guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely no. I don't like the bone. It's too much. I need to use a fork and knife. Mommy says I need to use fork and knife, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll stop shitting on Reeves. But yeah, no, he was good for him. Good to get that goal. But let's move on though to the All-Star weekend. We got an All-Star weekend in Toronto. I don't think we've talked about that at all, mainly because
Nope.
nobody gives a shit about the All-Star weekend.
No.
We got some good predictions for this, you know?
Yeah, since the Leafs aren't playing this week and there's no Jays talk really. So we're kind of like
Let's talk about some
Ross Atkins isn't doing shit. So
Hey.
we're just, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just talk about the All-Star
Ross.
game.
He's taking his time just like everybody else is. You can't blame him, but
Dude, we could have had Reese Hoskins, bro. The fucking Brewers signed him. Are you kidding me? Dude, Brewers are
his
shit.
choice though. Like, I mean, Reese Hoskins is a mystery too because he didn't play at all last year, and who knows how he's going to be. Hopefully he's good. Like, all the best for him. But he won't. I think he was the reason why we didn't sign him is because he wanted to be an everyday first baseman. Like, he wants to be.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
And
Fair enough.
We have Vladdy and Spencer Horwitz as well. So
right.
And Kevin Biggio. But yeah, no. Do you wanna start us off? We got some
yeah. We got four good questions here for the All-Star game in Toronto, the NHL All-Star game. Very excited about this one. For the first time since 2015, they are going to be doing drafting players, which will be a lot of fun. I don't know if you've watched the past All-Star games where they've had the drafts. I love them. They were so much fun. I don't know why they took them away. It just creates more buzz around the game. In the meantime, and I'm just really excited because it creates a lot of good memes too.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously in the past, Phil Kessel, in the I think it was 2010 or 2011 All-Star game, he got picked last and won the car. I don't know if they're still doing that thing. If the person who gets picked last gets a car or like like some money or whatever. But I hope they do that. That would be hilarious. So maybe like Ovechkin. I remember the last draft, Ovechkin wanted to be picked last so he could get a car.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most hilarious thing ever. Obviously, he didn't get picked last, but it was funny as fuck.
I know, yeah.
But like shit like that. I love seeing like the players being funny and shit.
Yeah, no, because you rarely get to see that of them. Like, there's usually no emotion. You know the stereotypical way they answer a
press conference.
Do an interview. It's
right.
Or I gotta get just keep on pushing and I'll get back out there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's fun to see them, in a fun state around players that they enjoy being around.
Right. Yeah, like they, players.
Fun, yeah.
They only like players like they're, maybe they, like Crosby and McKinnon. They only play each other twice a year. So seeing them play against each other, or maybe on the same team this year, will be a lot of fun. So I'm excited about this draft. So first question we got here is which team do you think will win? Obviously, we won't know which players are going to be on each team, but I'll list off the captains.
Okay, and do
this team,
and do the also like the coaches or whatever, the
celebrities.
Yeah, celebrity.
Okay,
coaches.
Yeah. So each team has a celebrity, kind of like with the players. So obviously Matthews, he's the home team. Mm-hmm. He's got to be one of the captains. Obviously playing amazing this year. He's with Justin Bieber, obviously his good friend. We all know about that, him and Biebs. And the assistant captain is Morgan Riley, another Leaf All-Star, which will be. I think they'll be good. I have a feeling that team is just going to be just Leafs.
You think
they'll pick Nylander and Marner, and I feel like maybe one of the teams might pick like one of the other like Leafs, like Nylander might be on the Leafs, like the Matthews team, and Nylander might be with the Hughes team. But so we got that team. We got Connor McDavid. Obviously it's McDavid, best player in the league. He's with Will Arnett, famous actor.
Yep.
Been in a bunch of stuff. Also Canadian.
Yep.
And the assistant captain is Leon Draisaitl, star player. I was talking about this earlier. I don't know where Will Arnett's from in Canada. Let me see.
I think he's from.
He's from Toronto. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was from Edmonton. That's why he picked him. But yeah, okay. So yeah,
Big
McDavid's
hockey
with
fan.
Will Arnett. Yeah, obviously. And then we have Nathan McKinnon. I'm playing amazing this year. I don't know if you've like seen McKinnon's highlights, but he's incredible. With Tate McRae, a bit questionable for the NHL All-Star game. I was not expecting that. And also his assistant Cale Makar, one of the best defensemen in the league. So I feel like they'll be a strong case to win. But I'll just go off right now. My pick to win the All-Star game this year is the Quinn Hughes team. Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, the Hughes brothers. They're with probably one of my favorite singers, definitely Canadian artist, Michael Bublé.
Okay.
I feel like, Michael Bublé loves the Canucks, a big hockey fan. Loves the Canucks, loves the WHL team, the Giants, Vancouver Giants. I feel like they just have the spirit, they're the most hockey centered team, brothers playing in the NHL. Same with Luke Hughes, who's not in the All-Star game, but also a great player. I just feel like they have that, chemistry. Bublé is going to be, amazing on the bench for them, making the right calls. Oh, yeah. He's definitely the most hockey relevant or like hockey
diehard hockey fan.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like he'll be making the right calls better than anyone else. So
you're right.
Give me them. I think the Hughes brothers and them will pull it off.
No, you're right. Okay, well, you know what? I'm actually going to agree with you on that one. Not only does that team have a lot of spirit, they have a lot of Christmas spirit, if you know what I mean. With Michael Bublé, who has created one of the greatest Christmas albums of all time, up there with A Jolly Christmas by Frank Sinatra. Then after 100%. That, Phil Spector Christmas album with the Ronettes. I am a huge Michael Bublé fan. If you are ever in the blues, you put on some Bublé. I absolutely diehard Michael Bublé fan, Canadian, which you can't go wrong with the Canadian, because Canadians are the best. And like that's the reason why I'm choosing that team. Again, you're talking about that. He was on that Spit and Chicklets podcast and talking about just how much of a diehard, how he canceled the concert just so he could try and get tickets to go and watch Vancouver play. And sadly, he was heartbroken.
Yeah, it was the Stanley Cup final.
But I mean, that just goes to show, man. I mean, Stanley Cup final, you got to see. It shows. Goes to show
it's a once in a lifetime.
More about that team than
for the Canucks.
So that's why I'm picking the Boobs, man. I think he's gonna.
That's a great nickname too, the Boobs. It's a great nickname.
Be great. So
yeah.
I'm going with the Boobs.
Yeah, great pick. I totally agree with you because that's my pick as well. Okay, so the next one, we got the I gave this my own nickname. I call it the Phil Kessel Award. Okay. Which is, who do you think is going to get drafted last?
Okay.
I got a couple here. Not to put against any of these guys. All of them are great players because they're in the All-Star game. But I'm going to go with Nick Suzuki on the Canadians. Okay. And Tom Wilson on the Capitals. Okay. I think, out of all the players that have been picked, I feel like they're the least deserving of being in this game, especially Nick Suzuki. The fucking Canadians are shit. I don't know why they get a petty pick for this, just because just so everyone feels better. And not in any other sport, North American sport. It's not like for example, in the NFL, the Carolina Panthers get a Pro Bowl selection. Shout out Shallons. He thinks that everyone on the Carolina Panthers should have an Pro Bowler, but it is what it is. But I feel like the best players should be in the All-Star game, not just because you're on the Canadians and you don't have a player. There should be one person. Well, that's kind of stupid.
I mean, yeah, they have that with every sport. I mean, you don't think they should have a representative from every team like that?
No, if you're not playing well, you shouldn't have a player. Like I think I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
that
how
just
well
that just
Suzuki's playing this year, but like
yeah.
it's
The issue
he
though
should.
that happens is like you'll like have a shitload of players on like one specific team, and then it just becomes boring. Like last year, like Texas Rangers had like basically their entire. I mean, because it's a fan vote. That's what it is. It's not like the writers are voting, like what they do with like a lot of the awards. But yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying though.
Like yeah, Suzuki has 52 points in 40 and 4 not 52, 42 points
Mm,
in 49 games. Like he's playing good, but like it's not all-star worthy,
I
I
see.
don't think. But yeah, so I got Suzuki and Tom Wilson
Yeah, for my
going
pick,
last.
I also have Tom Wilson. So
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know who that is, but I looked at his stat line and it looked shitty. And that's funny because I was going through, I was like, he's good though. Like he looks good. Oh, this guy also looks good. I was like, okay, I can't pick Crosby. I was like, who's the other guy uh Colorado that got picked? Cole Nagans or whatever, or Hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
On
I don't.
Colorado?
Yeah, in Colorado.
Oh, Georgiev, the goalie.
No, there's a player. He
No, it
got
was
like 20
Makar. It's
goals.
Makar and McKinnon. Those are the
That's what
only
I'm
two
talking
players.
about then. Yeah, but he had a good stat line. So yeah,
You're
no,
you're
Tom
saying
Wilson.
they would be picked last?
I was thinking about picking him because I didn't
They're
recognize his
automatically
name.
on a team.
Yeah, I didn't recognize his name, and then I saw him, and then I was like, oh shit, his stat line's good. He should be picked. He's automatically on a team. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I think he's Tom Wilson's gonna be picked last, which kind of sucks though. It's got to be the worst feeling in the world being picked last. Like
Yeah, but hey,
unless it's
you
a
get a
joke,
reward for it though.
huh?
You get a car. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do that this year, but that would be funny if they did that.
It is funny because you also kind of want to be picked last at the same
Yeah.
time, which is like a good, better way to kind of make the last person feel. Because you kind of
Hmm.
see sometimes they're just like sitting there and like, all right, we'll pick you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. All right, what's the next question?
All right. So we got there's obviously the skills competition before the game.
Yep.
The best all-stars do the skills. So it's a different format from what it's been in past years. This time they've selected, I think, 12 players. 12 all-stars to do the skills. So they have a round one. So there's 6 different challenges, and each player picks 4 of them, 4 of the 6. And then they get points for how well they do in each one based on rankings against other people, whatever. And then whoever the top 7, top 8 go to the next round, and they do a one-on-one,
Hmm.
which will be interesting. They pick whoever goalie they want to face, and they do like I think it's like a shootout thing or something.
Yeah.
And then whoever the top 6 point getters after that round, then they face an obstacle course. Whoever has the best after that wins. So I'll just name off the contestants here. Let's see, where is it here? Here you go. Stills competition. Yeah. So there's 12 guys, I think. Yeah, 12 guys. So we got David Pasternak on the Bruins, amazing player. McKinnon, McCarr, 2 Colorado guys. Draisaitl and McDavid, both competing. Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes. Hughes brothers, our boys, they're playing in it as well. Kucherov having another fantastic year on the Lightning. He's competing. And Austin Matthews and Nylander also competing. 2 Leaf guys playing in it. And 2 Canucks, sorry. Patterson and JT Miller both having great years with
Hmm.
Vancouver as well. So a lot of great choices to choose from. But I think this is pretty obvious. I think who's going
All
to
right.
win this. I got McKinnon.
McKinnon.
I
Oh.
think I think he's having one of the best years of his career right now. He scored 4 goals on Saturday against Washington. He has all the skills for the challenges that are coming up. I think here they have first round is fastest skater. He's up there with McDavid. It's the fastest guy in the league. Hardest shot. I feel like he won't be. I don't know if he's going to choose that. I don't know if he's going to do that well. if he does choose it. Stick handling, amazing stick handler. One-timers, he's that Matthews though, one-timers, that'll be one of his best ones. Passing, McKinnon leads the league in assists. So there's that. And then accuracy shooting, guy can shoot the puck. So I think that I think he'll succeed. That he'll definitely make the top 8. That's for sure. Yeah, give me McKinnon. I think close second will probably be McDavid, because McDavid is just too good to be in this. So yeah, McKinnon and McDavid are my top 2.
All right, I got somebody who just signed an insane contract with our Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm going Willie Styles right here.
Really?
Yeah, no, I just thought, you know what? He's from Sweden and he's pretty cool, and he's got style, and he's got the Willie. So he's gonna be insane, I think. So I don't know. I thought I couldn't think of anybody. Everyone's
got
good,
the
bro.
Willie.
Everyone's fucking good. So
yeah, it's a tough choice.
I couldn't go with anyone. I was like, all right, I'll go with Nylander because he's having a good year.
It also is the home. He also is the hometown, so he's probably going to want to try more. There's also an incentive. Whoever wins gets $1 million.
I know, yeah.
Oh, so there also is a money incentive. So these guys are actually going to try,
because he just got a fucking huge contract.
Oh, trust me, they'll try no matter what. I think they'll probably give the money away to like the teammates or whatever.
That
or like they give it to charity or something. Yeah, because they don't need that much money.
Than giving it to your teammates who also.
No, but I think I saw something related to like if whoever wins it was either the skills competition, like the teammates get money or something like that. I think I saw something like related to that, but yeah, like I think anyone could win this skills competition. Like I feel like Quinn Hughes could win this.
Yeah,
because he's just incredible at everything as well. So, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a lot of fun though, because there's an incentive. So these guys are gonna want to try and win, which is good. Because I feel like another league, the NBA All-Star game, like the skills competition's slacking a lot because none of the good players want to try.
You don't want to injure yourself.
Dunk contest, like Mac McClung, who doesn't even play in the NBA. Was in the dunk contest last year. He doesn't even play in the NBA, and he won it.
Yeah.
Like, why is that happening?
Who knows?
And then you have McDavid, McKinnon, and Matthews playing in the skills competition, like the best players, which should be happening, right? It's just kind of weird that the NBA and the NFL, they also do that. They don't, like, some players don't want to be playing in the Pro Bowl. Yeah. Like Josh Allen. He didn't get picked for the Pro Bowl, but he's not even going to be playing it anyways because he's playing in a golf tournament. He's playing at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, so he's not even going to be there if he does get picked.
All right.
But yeah, let's go with the last one here.
Yeah.
So last All-Star prediction here, we got who's winning the MVP of the All-Star game.
All right, I'll go first.
You go first for this one.
I think it's going to be Tom Wilson. I think after being picked last in his draft, he's gonna say, hey, fuck you guys, I'm winning the All-Star MVP right here, and I'm gonna play my ass off. It's hard to judge who's gonna be the MVP.
So you got Tom Wilson winning it?
Tom Wilson, yeah.
Wow, that's a shocker. Okay,
talking about, no, he's gonna show him who's boss. Yeah,
I like that pick.
Yeah,
I actually like that. I feel like someone not like well known for them being like the star will win it. So this is kind of like the opposite of what I was just saying, but I got Marner. I feel like he's going to try, because it's, it's there in Toronto. So I feel like he's going to try, but I got a sleeper here. Kind of like Tom Wilson, but he's a little bit better when it comes to, point getting. I got Travis Konechny on the Philadelphia Flyers. He's a sneaky player when it comes to points. He's very good. I had him on my hockey fantasy team last year. He basically got me to the playoffs. He's incredible. Very underrated player in the NHL. He doesn't get talked about much because he plays on the Flyers and they're not, that marketed well in the NHL. Give me Travis Konechny. He's a very good player. I feel like he's going to get like a hat trick or some shit in one of the games. I feel like, give me Konechny. Kind of a sneaky pick. Very solid player. I like him a lot to win this.
All right.
I got those two for my MVP choice.
Nice. All right. Well, that ends it off. Hopefully, we'll see who if any of us win anything, if any of us get our choices right. That'd be pretty awesome if we did.
Yeah, at least one. At
Yeah,
least
at
one,
least
because
one.
these are tough questions to ask because of the talent that's in the
There's
NHL right now.
so many players, yeah. But finally though, no real Blue Jays news really. There's nobody that is being signed. Who knows what's gonna happen? Jock Peterson is obviously he signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks on a 1 year deal. But I mean, there's just a possibility that nothing happens. Like we just don't sign anyone. It's like we had a window open with Shohei Ohtani, and we're just like, hey, you guys, players on the team right now, gotta fucking show up and get
Yeah.
things done. Like Vladdy and Bo and all those guys. Not Bo, Vladdy, Kirk, and Springer. They gotta show up and hit some home runs.
I liked what Bo said earlier this week. He said like I think he mentioned something about like
Justin
signing
Turner
players.
and JD Martinez.
Yeah, like he mentioned saying I want these guys to come because they're
Yeah.
experienced and they've won championships and he wants them to play on the team.
Wants
I feel like
experience.
that's a sign of him saying we need to get something done.
Mm-hmm.
To saying to the front office like we need to get a player signed at least to get this team going, which I like a lot from him, taking accountability for, not a lot of players would do that.
No, he did. He
So
said
I'm glad he did say something about that.
he said something along the lines of like, yeah, we're a mature team now, and like we need to stop like thinking that we're new and we're like young. We're not young anymore. It's time we've grown up, and it's time we start winning. Like we start winning playoff games. We can't keep saying that we're inexperienced because they've been to the playoffs many times. It's time to start winning playoff games, which would be really nice, like really nice. Like I think my like dopamine level and just my overall mental health will go up a lot. I think life in Toronto would just go up. I think there would be no more homeless people. There would be no worries of any kind in Toronto. People will start loving Justin Trudeau again. I think they'll
No, that won't change.
that won't change. Yeah.
We won't get too. We're not a big
No, we're
political.
not getting political.
Yeah,
No, I
we're
shouldn't even
just
said
strictly
that.
sports here.
I shouldn't even
Strictly
said
sports
that.
and movies.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. Speaking of movies, let's get into that. Our movie choice of the week. You go first.
Yeah, I'll go first here. So we'll stick with the sports theme here. I got an underrated sports movie for the listeners to watch this week. We got Rudy.
Okay.
I think it doesn't get talked about much when it comes to football movies. I feel like other movies overshadow it. Directed by David Anspaugh, who also directed Hoosiers, another great sports movie. I don't know if you've seen that. Hoosiers with Gene Hackman,
Yeah, I know the
and
theme
Dennis
song.
Hopper.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he directed both those movies, which is I didn't even know that until like before making this pod. Definitely, I think it's definitely one of, but might be my favorite sports movie of all time.
Damn.
Yeah, up there with Moneyball, which you obviously are a big fan of.
Yeah.
Based on a true story as well, which I always appreciate when it comes to movies. I like when they adapt real life stories to the movie screen.
Okay.
Had some up and coming actors in it as well. Sean Astin, who played Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings and and other stuff. Vince Vaughn's in it as well, a young Vince Vaughn. Jon Favreau as well.
Jon Favreau is the real star of that one.
Oh yeah,
not the real
he's
star,
great.
but like he's
one of the main actors in it. He's great as well. Yeah, Vince Vaughn has a smaller part. He's one of the football players from Notre Dame who's on it. He plays a small part, but he's good in it.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing heart in it. A great story about not giving up and sticking to your goals, about succeeding in school, and true perseverance film that not only sports fans, I think everyone will like.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of heart. There's some sad moments in it too. which I appreciate, which great adds to the story and the heart, like I said, in the film. Definitely a must watch, man. Definitely a must watch for anyone who hasn't seen it. Give it a shot, Rudy.
All right.
Great film. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. No. My choice is a little bit different than a sports film. It's a comedy movie. We haven't done too much comedy films that we've talked
Mhm.
about, but this one's a little bit more popular. I think people know this film, but if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It's called Pineapple Express. It is maybe one of it. Have you seen it before?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah. It is maybe I think it I have no problem saying it is the funniest movie I have ever seen. I have everything about it. It's a film also about friendship and this friendship that they show and display between Seth Rogen and James Franco is quite hilarious. Even Danny McBride. I think it's some of the funniest acting, some of the funniest writing of this just super easy to watch and engulf yourself in comedy. Super easy to watch. It's not
Mhm.
complicated. The story is it's pretty interesting too. And it's just about these guys that love getting high and they
Yeah.
run into get involved in the mafia. And so it's pretty goofy. And there's one of the funniest fight scenes you will ever see ever in cinema history. I
Yeah.
promise you that. If you go and watch this movie right now, the lines the I could quote this movie all day. You know, I thought hurricane season was over. Um, there's so many lines. About to get my motherfucking scholarship. Is like herpes is another great line. You have to watch it to see it. But there's a great yeah, I even just thinking about it makes me die laughing. But
Yeah.
it's a great film and highly recommend. Go check it out. Great movie. But yeah, no, I think that ends it up for today. It was a long episode, actually. We had a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Finally,
in the one episode where none of our
nothing
teams
happens
are
really.
playing, we decided to, make it long for you guys. That's how committed we are to this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, watch it on the YouTube, watch it on Spotify. Check out the TikToks. We post on TikToks. If you don't want to
Mhm.
listen to the podcast, just listen to the TikToks at least, please. Just
Yeah.
so we have, just so this podcast can keep booming. That's what we want. We
Hmm.
want everyone to hear our incredible takes and voices. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Have a great rest of your week and cheers.